Olivia Newton-John is a delightful, pretty young lady. And she certainly was the vocalist of the year here in the United States. And she will be appearing on this Prairie Comey on her special March the 27th. And she opens at the Hotel Diplomat March the 28th to April the 5th. Would you welcome warmly, please, Olivia Newton-John.
There was a time when I was in a hurry as you are. I was like you. There was a day when I just had to tell my point of view. I was like you. Now I don't mean to make you frown. No, I just want you to slow down. Have you never been mellow? Have you never tried to find a comfort from inside you? Have you never been happy just to hear a song? Have you never let someone else be strong? Running around as you do, with your head up in the clouds. I was like you. Never had time to lay back, kick your shoes off, close your eyes. I was like you. Now you're not hard to understand. You need someone to take your hand. Have you never been mellow? Have you never tried to find a comfort from inside you? Have you never been happy just to hear a song? Have you never let someone else be strong?
Boy, that's lovely.
Thank you.
I thank you for being with us tonight, really.
It's my pleasure. And may I say welcome to Australia.
Yeah. When's the last time you were back?
Oh, 18 months ago.
Really? Yeah. Where were you born?
I was born in Cambridge, and I went to Australia when I was 5, and then I went back to England when I was 15, so I've had 10 years in each place.
Yeah. So Australia's kind of home, and
Yes, half and half now, because I've been away for so long, but half my family are there, so I
Right.
go back when I can.
we're trying to think today, the last time or the first time you were with us on the show. It's been over a year or a year and a half, something like that. You know, what a year you've had. I don't want to embarrass you, but it's kind of remarkable. And in your rather short career, at least here in this country, you had 2 Grammy Awards, of Record of the Year, the Best Female Vocal Performance, 4 American Music Awards: the Best Country Album, the Best Pop Album, the Best Single, the Best Pop Performance. Billboard Magazine, the Top Female Vocalist of the Year. The People's Choice Show, you tied with Barbra Streisand as the most popular female singer of the year. Is that embarrassing? She said that's a little embarrassing, but that's remarkable. You ought to retire and let somebody else have a whack at it. You know, they're going to get angry at you pretty soon.
I think it might be safer if I do, actually.
Were you kind of, were you surprised at all at your success here?
Yes, I was really. I think America is a place, especially coming from Australia. America was the big dream country to make it in, and I never thought it would actually happen, and it did, and I'm knocked out.
It happened super, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Who, now when you were a youngster, and you listened to vocalists,
yes.
Nowadays youngsters listen to you and say, hey, I'd like to sing like Olivia Newton-John, or have that style and do it. Who did you listen to? And
I
say,
listened
hey?
to Joan Baez and
Joan Baez?
Ray Charles and Nina Simone, and those people were, folk music was very big when I was starting to sing. That was in Australia, and I started off in a coffee lounge playing 3 chords very badly. Folk music was the big influence in my life, and then it went to pop, and I've sort of combined the both of them now.
Now, we've heard various things about the Australian press. Some of the artists come back and say they're pretty tough. They can ask real direct questions. Have you ever had any problem like, now Frank Sinatra did not have exactly what you'd call the most diplomatic relations with the press in Australia. I don't know what the whole story was.
I would like to continue to have good relationships with them, so...
So, you wonderful papers in Australia. They've never had, never zinged you at all?
I probably at times, but I think they, they have a right to as well.
Yeah. When you give interviews, do you, look, we're going to cut away here for a second. We have this, our little cue that we have to sell something, but we'll be right back. Stay where you are. We're back. We're talking with Mike Landon and Olivia Newton-John, and John Newcomb will join us. You mentioned that while we were away here for a second that there's a show similar in Australia to The Tonight Show?
When I was living there was a gentleman on television called Graham Kennedy, who
Graham
was
Kennedy?
the king of television, same sort of your position in Australia.
Well, I'm not a king exactly. Not a king.
Prince.
A prince maybe, but a king. I haven't got it. What kind of fan mail do you get? You get a lot of mail?
Fair bit, yeah.
Yeah? What is it, mainly asking advice on how to become, I suppose, a singer and
No, generally, well, I have a few of those.
people sending you songs all the time?
Yes, I get a lot of that. Sort of tunes without words or words without tunes.
Yeah.
We thought you might like to use these.
And what do you do?
I listen to them and...
Did you ever find anything? Because if the story is right, the song that Tony Bennett did once, I Left My Heart in San Francisco, was sent to him by some housewife or something like that, an amateur songwriter.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep reading them then.
Yeah, keep reading. You never know. You might strike gold. Now, do you mind a movie type, a magazine type question? You know, one of
depends
those
which
fan
one it
magazine
is.
type things? Well, somebody said you were rather seriously involved with somebody, and I always hate to ask somebody about their personal life, and just wonder if anything
You're
you
going
want
to. You're going to.
I guess I am. It's rather shoddy of me, but we're in Hollywood, and whatever better place to be shoddy. Are you going to any announcement of anything that you'd?
No.
No announcement. But you are seriously involved.
Yes.
No announcement, I think.
No.
Can't get any scoop at all. Maybe tonight, some big scoop or something. All right, let me ask you
You'll
another.
never make it in the movie
now,
magazine.
These are always the kind of questions they ask. The difference between Australian men, American men, Englishmen, so forth. Is there any basic difference?
Not really, just the accents.
Just the accents? Well, I know. Come on now. What would you do? What would you do a Saturday night in Australia?
Well, when I was there, the men used to go to the footy.
The
Which
what?
is the football.
The footy?
Yeah. Footy. It's footy on a Saturday afternoon.
Footy on a
Yeah,
Saturday
and you sit
afternoon.
around and crack a couple of pints of beer.
That I know they can do well, because I have sat with some of the Australian tennis players, and I'm going to ask Newcomb when he comes out how they manage to do that.
Yeah, it used to be
To
that
crack a couple of pints of beer and then play tennis.
it's not easy.
No.
It used to be that the girls used to sort of stay together in one end of the room while the guys discussed who should have won the match in the other end. I don't know if that happens. It happens in England too.
Yeah, I
What
think
about
at
here?
parties you see a lot of division. You know, the women gather and then the men go somewhere else. But
I think Jermaine Greer's probably helped that a lot.
look, somebody gave me this just before you came out. Is this your latest album?
Yes, it is.
Called Have you never been mellow? You can do another number for us? Have you got something worked out with Tom and the fellas? Good. Look.
It's by far the hardest thing I've ever done, to be so in love with you and so alone. Follow me where I go, what I do and who I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Take my hand and say you'll follow me. It's long been on my mind, you know it's been a long, long time. I'd like to find a way that I could make you understand the way I feel about you, and just how much I need you to be there when I can talk to you, when there's no one else around. Follow me where I go, what I do and who I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Take my hand and say you'll follow me. You see, I'd like to spend my life with you and show you things I've seen, places that I'm going to, and places where I've been. To have you there beside me, you'll never be alone. And all the time that you're with me, then we can be at home. Follow me where I go, what I do and who I know. Make it part of you to be a part of me. Follow me up and down, all the way and all around. Take my hand and say you'll follow me.
I'd like to tell you while you were singing that song, you just won another award as the Tonight Show's favorite singer.
Oh, thank you very
You
much.
won everything else. That was lovely, thank you. We'll take a short break and then we'll come back and talk with John Newcomb right after this.